Hello, my name is Brad Eglin, and welcome to my next installment of my Real PM video series. Usually I talk to you about project management best practices or experiences or top fives or something, but today I want to talk to you about the role of cybersecurity officer because that's important for our projects as well. It falls within the realm of project management and data management. I want to talk to you about 5 or 6 key characteristics of the best cybersecurity officers. So, do we need a CSO in our organizations? I'm going to say at this point, yes, looking at what's been happening over the past few years. And it's going to depend on the types of projects we're managing. It's going to depend on the industry we're in. It's going to depend on the sensitivity of the data that we're managing. But in general, I'm going to say yes, it's a good idea. Surveying my clients, I've been consulting as a business solution designer for many years, and helping organizations gain traffic, market their wares, their software, and gain traction in their industry. And 20% of my clients, roughly, have experienced some sort of data breach over the past year. To me, that's huge. That's a high number. That's not on me, thankfully. I'd like to help them with that. And I'm by no means a real cybersecurity expert, but I'm growing in my knowledge, and it interests me highly. So first off, let's talk about, before I get to the characteristics, right now, large organizations, recent surveys, 65% of them have a cybersecurity officer, a chief security officer. And I think that's great. Sad at the same time that they need it. And that's a huge increase over the previous year. I think it's about a 50% increase. I predict within 1 or 2 years, we'll see that number rise to around 80%. And it's kind of a sign of the times. The world we live in, it's very different than it was 20 years ago, as everybody knows. Who are you going to find to fill this? If you're a small organization, you can probably grow it from within with a security infrastructure from within, from your tech leads and your best technical people. Look to those that are interested and grow it from within with 1 or 2 or 3 individuals and see how it goes. A large organization, that's not going to fly. You're going to need to get somebody who's battle tested. And by battle tested, I don't mean the failure point, like Equifax, Target, Yahoo. Their CSOs, if they had them, need not apply. They should probably be looking for janitorial roles somewhere. But the person who comes in and saves the day, if they do a great job or even a commendable job, they qualify. And I think that was the case in in Target. I think the person who came in and helped fix the problems became that CSO. It makes sense that the person who comes in and tries to save the day, if they do a decent job, they probably should be handed the job. Okay, let's get to the role, the 5 or 6 key characteristics of top security, of the best cybersecurity officers. And just as I say that, police whistles go off. Anyway, number 1, these aren't really in any order, okay? But communication is job 1, I think, in any leadership position. I feel it as a project manager, felt as a project manager, and as a consultant, working with my team, working with my customer. That's written form, that's meetings, that's spoken form, that's email. It's also listening. And I mean, if everybody's not on the same page, you got a problem, and it's on you as the leader, as the CSO, as the project manager, as a consultant. So communication is key. Number 2, your IT relationships. You can't do it all yourself. Obviously, you're going to have a strong IT infrastructure to reach to carry out the CSO responsibilities, and that's going to be your tech resources, your tech leads on your projects. That's going to be your IT operations individuals. That's going to be everything surrounding DevOps, everything that's going to you need strong IT relationships, and that's inside and outside the organization. Hopefully you come with those from previous jobs or from wherever you came from. Number three, the third item is leadership. You need to be a strong leader. You need to be a strong decision maker, because when you're dealing with a data breach or planning the potential of a data breach and the mitigation strategies and the avoidance strategies, you need to make decisions that you stand by, that people are going to understand and follow, that make sense as a leader, and you'll gain a bigger and better following and better connections within the organization. But that leadership, and within that, the key is communication and decision making. Another one, executive connections. Whether you're coming from a different area in the organization, or if you're coming from most likely outside the organization, you need some good executive connections. And that's to help with information, that's to help with decision making, that's to help with gaining the right personnel. If you've got to hire people, getting recommendations of individuals, and in the case of a data breach, that's getting individuals damn fast. The five of my 5 or 6 is technical background. You need a strong technical background, probably. It's going to always be helpful. It definitely has been helpful to me as a manager, project manager, deputy project manager on government programs, as a consultant, and to serve my clients, to have a technical background, make decisions, stay a little cutting edge, and understand the technology, and understand when a client is wanting a technology that maybe doesn't fit the situation. So you'll be able to ask the right questions, otherwise you're going to be snowed under with information that you don't understand. So they need a technical background, and they need technical connections. And one more, management skills, and that goes along with what I said before in leadership, in that decision making. It goes along with executive connections as far as knowing the right people. But more than that, it's getting people to follow you in the wake of, preparing for what could be a major disastrous situation. If you have a billion record or million record data breach that causes problems with your own data, let alone your sensitive client data on all of your projects. So that's my 5 or 6 key characteristics of the best cybersecurity officers, and some background on why that position is critical. And I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think and any other suggestions you think for a good cybersecurity officer would be. This video is available at beeglinconsulting.com or bradeglin.com as well. I'm sorry, Beeglin Consulting on YouTube or bradeglin.com on my website. Thank you very much.